Hey there, Cards fans. Welcome back to Cardinal Craze. I'm your host, Alu Card, and on top of my head is Louie. Big old Louie came to join us in the conversation today with Cam Ball in from Atlanta, Georgia. How you doing down there?
Doing good. Blessed to be here.
All right. Well, we're blessed to have you on the show today. And a lot of some Cards fans may not be too familiar with who you are. You are a defensive tackle out of Atlanta, Georgia. And how tall do you stand at?
6'5".
6'5", and is it correct in saying that on 24/7 Sports they have you coming in at 290?
Yes, sir.
And you are a 3-star prospect, potentially a 4-star prospect before the end of the year on 24/7 Sports. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. So one of the things I want to bring you on the show today was to talk about your recruitment. You recently just posted your top 10 schools officially, and as we go into the year, you're going to be looking at potentially choosing 5, or are you potentially going to find the perfect school out of that 10?
I want to choose 5 out of that 10, but my recruitment is still open because with those 5, then I'll know who's my 5 official visits, and I'll make my decision based off the 5 official visits.
Okay, perfect. And one of the other things is I want to talk about what's been going on with you during this pandemic, and how has that affected your training?
It hasn't affected at all. Like the grind does not stop. Just like a couple hours ago, we have a huge mountain down in Atlanta
Mhm.
called Stone Mountain. I run up and down the mountain, or if I'm not running the mountain, I'm at my trainer's facility. His name is Coach Smooth. Yeah, I'm at his facility.
Okay, so you're at Coach Smooth's facility, or you're running up Rock Mountain. What now? Which coach for U of L has been reaching out to you the most? Has it been Brian Brown, or has it been someone on the defensive line?
So basically, for what I'm understanding, I didn't get offered at Louisville for defensive line. I got offered for offensive line.
Oh, you got offered for offensive line.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you talked to Dwayne Leatherford on the offensive line as the offensive line coach. How's that feel switching from defensive tackle to offensive line?
Um, I'm being highly recruited both ways right now. So I haven't yet like made up my decision if I want to play defensive line or offensive line at the next level.
Hmm.
I'm leaning towards defensive line, but I just I ain't gonna say I love Louisville's program and everything they have going and how they're finna, you know, rocket to the top.
Hmm.
So I'm
Well,
steady keeping a good relationship with all the coaches at Louisville.
Well, that's good to know, and especially having to change position can be somewhat hard for some people. And did you know Dwayne Ledford actually, when he played at the college level, he actually was on, I believe, both defensive and offensive line. So he understands coming from both positions. And now you actually today, just about an hour ago, released your top 10, consisting of Illinois, Mississippi State, Minnesota. Um, Arizona State University, Georgia Tech, Boston College, U of L, FSU, Arkansas, and Virginia Tech. So you got you got a big amount of ACC offers. So since this pandemic has kind of caused you to work out solo and not being able to work out with a whole lot of people or being near people in general, would you say that you are continuing to ascend to that next level, get to that 4 or 5 star spot?
Yes, sir. Because I think that I deserve more than a 3-star. That was just like a wake up call saying that, hey, I gotta grind more. I'm not there yet. I gotta keep going. And that's just another reason, like not to make me mad, but it's motivation. It
Of course.
motivates me.
So personally, how are you feeling towards Dwayne Leatherford? Have you been able to talk to him much? Have you been able to go on a virtual tour, or what's been going on with that?
We would talk from time to time. I've been having a lot going on when it comes to schoolwork
Hmm.
and training, so I really haven't been able to spend as much time reaching out to coaches.
Hmm.
So in the times that we do talk, it's always good. We're in the
Okay.
process of building a better relationship because we have a okay or good relationship right now, but we're in the process of building a better one.
Hmm. Now, did you know that Dwayne Leatherford actually helped Mekhi Becton, who has now been drafted to the New York Jets and was official yesterday?
Yes, sir.
And now, I do want to ask if you, your in your personal opinion, what school do you think has been trying to reach out to you the hardest?
The hardest,
Hmm.
I would say Georgia Tech because that was my first Power Five offer, and since that night that they offered me, um, I've been since that night that they offered me, they've been reaching out to me almost every day, and
Okay.
they've been on it like every day, like with everything, checking on me, checking on my family,
Hmm.
all that. Like they've been recruiting me the hardest.
I see. Well, that's good to know. And one of the things I did want to ask, and now this is just to this is something I do on the show where I try to appease the console gods, and I want to ask: are you a PlayStation player or are you an Xbox player?
Oh, I like to play on the box.
The
Yeah,
box,
right next to me. Yeah, yeah, right now. I
the
play on. I play on.
Xbox. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know if you were talking about something else like PC, and I was well, I
No,
was that's
Microsoft
even
all the way.
all right. Well, that's unfortunate for all those PlayStation fans out there. We've been having a long streak of PlayStation recruits, but today you broke that streak. First Xbox. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, the second thing I want to do on the show is I want to kind of dive into your top 10 and ranging from 5 to 10. I want you to kind of um, say where these schools stand at. So you could say Minnesota, 5, 6, and this can be an overall feeling based on how you feel towards the program, the recruitment process, your personal relationship. Now, not saying that it will potentially affect any of this. It's just more of a general stance of where you feel.
Okay.
All right. So the first top 10 we're going to start off with is Illinois University.
Illinois. So the crazy part about Illinois is the defensive line coach at Illinois. He was the coach at Western Kentucky, and he was recruiting me at Western Kentucky. So we have his name is Coach Jimmy Lindsley. I have a great relationship with him, Coach Davis, all of them. So I'll give them like a 8.
In 8. All right. Next, we move on to Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Mississippi State, they also want me for offensive line. I have a good relationship with Coach Miller. He is the offensive line coach of Mississippi State. So I will also give them an 8.
Okay, 8 for them. Now, the Minnesota Beavers.
Minnesota. So Minnesota, I have a pretty good relationship with them. So I would say 9.5.
9.5. All right. That's pretty high up there. Arizona State University Devils or,
Arizona State,
or
nine and
Red
a half.
Devils. You say
Yeah.
9.5?
Yes, sir. Because the D line, the defensive line coach who's been recruiting me the most at Arizona State, he was the defensive line coach for the Minnesota Vikings last year, and he's like in parts teaching me the technique that he taught his NFL players, and I feel like that's going to help me get better, learning from the top level, not the next level.
Okay. Now, are they? You said they were Arizona State, the Sun Devils. They are recruiting you as an offensive line player.
Arizona State is recruiting me for a defensive line. The only two
Defensive line. Okay.
schools, the only two schools that's in my top 10 that's recruiting me for offensive line is Mississippi State and Louisville.
Okay. Now we dive in next to the Georgia Tech Hornets.
Um, I'll say 10.
10. All right. So Georgia Tech is in your top 10. And now let's dive over to the other side and look at Virginia Tech Turkeys.
Virginia Tech, um, great relationship with all the coaches. I would say 9.
9. All right. How about the Razorbacks out of Arkansas?
I have a phenomenal relationship with everyone at Arkansas. So I'll give them a 10 also.
At 10. Okay. Now, how about FSU?
FSU. Oh, FSU want me for D line too. That's I knew I forgot something. Florida State, well, they want me for D line too. I have a good relationship with Coach Atkins, the offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give Florida State a 8.5.
8.5. Ooh. All right. Now we come up to Louisville. How you feeling?
Louisville. Of course, you're gonna save them for last. Of course.
I know
Um.
second to last, if that makes you feel any better.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So I have a good relationship with everyone at Louisville. Louisville is a school that I grew up watching. Like everybody, like Louisville used to be the school like everybody wanted to go to. Like especially when Teddy, everybody wanted to go to Louisville. So I give Louisville 9.
Give Louisville 9. And okay, so now that we covered Louisville Cardinals, the last and not least, Boston College, Golden Eagles.
Boston College. I would give Boston College oh, what is- I give Boston College a 8 or 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sums up your top 10 and how you're feeling currently. Now you said that growing up, everyone wanted to go to Louisville and watch Teddy Bridgewater play. And I got to ask, did you watch any of this past season for Louisville?
I don't think I got a chance to catch any games this year between my football season and schoolwork and college visits. I
Mhm.
didn't really get a chance to like catch a lot of Saturday football unless I was there.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
yeah, no worries. I mean, a lot of some of these kids catch it, some of them don't. Some of them actually record and watch it later. But I understand being busy with school and just on top of everything else, it's a little hectic to try and get around and watch every single game. Now, have you did you go on a virtual tour recently for Louisville?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, hopefully that'll happen soon. Now, now because you said Xbox, I did want to ask, what is your favorite game?
Madden, no
Madden.
doubt, no doubt.
Madden. Okay. All right. Now, personally, how do you feel the game mechanics slightly changed from Madden 19 to Madden 20? Was that kind of a big upset for you to see that only somewhat had changed, but they did add in the college football playoffs to an extent. Um,
Yes, sir.
but no famous names unless it's people past or they're already in the NFL and agreed to it.
Right.
Now, what's your perception on NCAA coming back? Do you have high hopes on the next 2 years
I
you'll get?
want it. I need it. I need it back in my life. Like I get the whole concept of athletes want to be paid and all that, but sometimes you got to look at it like if you get a full scholarship, you have a education that's worth thousands of dollars. So
Hmm.
you can somewhat be grateful. But I know the whole idea about how they're selling jerseys and athletes are not getting profit off of it. But it's a lot that goes into it.
Oh, that's true. And that's a very touchy subject right now among the college community is pay players or don't. Don't give them a full ride and give them money, or in some instances, give them some type of monetary gain from selling different athletic jerseys or shirts or memorabilia that have their likeness on it. All right. Well, Cam, I appreciate you coming out on the show and telling Cardinal Craze what's been going on in your life and your evaluation of your top 10. And let's hope that Louisville can get up there to a number 10 for you. All right. And for the most part, want to say go Cards. And please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Please visit our Twitter and all of our social media pages. All right, Cam. Well, for the most part, go Cards and have a good one.
Go Cards.